So I have a new addiction, you guys can say that, like something that I'm really into, and it's something that I've been really dabbling with and kind of just, really doing on the side. And I haven't really been telling anybody this, but it all started a day when I was meeting a friend, and he's an entrepreneur, and we had coffee, and then we both agreed to read 30 minutes a day. And at first I wasn't really doing it, I wasn't really being accountable to it, but after a while I found that I was getting some sort of rhythm, and I found that I was just really getting into it. And then, well, actually what really happened was I went to a thrift store and I saw some books. I was like, oh, maybe I could resell these books, and I kept looking into that. However, one night I decided to read that book, and then all of a sudden I was just, the next night I read the book, next night, another book, and this was just like a couple months ago. And as a result, I found myself reading every single night just as a habit. And it's been crazy because since reading, I've been able to grasp new information that I never would have thought of. It's helped me be able to expand my knowledge in a deeper way. And at the same time, I'm learning other people's experiences, and I'm learning by listening and reading what other people made as mistakes. So that is a huge benefit of books, in my personal opinion. So I have a few books here, I don't know if you guys can see it, that I've been kind of reading, dabbling with, and I'll share a few. There's Principles. I just got this a few days ago. Etiquette with the Quran. I've been sort of trying to get into it. It's a pretty deep book. It's an Islamic book. The Millionaire Next Door. This is a great book, especially if you are finding that you're starting to make some money in your life and you're trying to figure out maybe how to like why some people with lower incomes have more money than another, like someone who might be making a lot more than them. Increase your financial IQ. So I've been really trying to, that's what I've been trying to do, increase my financial IQ. And I've been trying to learn money, and I've been trying to learn my finances and try to figure that out, because at the end of the day, money doesn't bring you happiness, but money does bring you options. So I've been trying to figure this out. There's a book called The Power of Habit. I didn't read as much into it, but I've read, a fair bit of the book, and it's been a great book. It's part of the reason why I made it a habit to read, actually. And this is actually the first book I actually started reading. It's called Stop Talking, Start Doing. And surprisingly, this was the first book. It's a book of action and just kind of like that kind of motivational kind of book, but just gets you in it, and it tells you, hey, there's actually a part in that book where they discuss, how we watch TV, we're doing this, we're going to a sports game, we're looking at those athletes that are there. There's a part where the book says, why don't you actually be that athlete, or why don't you actually be that person on TV? Why don't you actually be that person there? Because that ups your value, and that's your potential. You could do that. You just have to get on it and really just get into it. This is a book called Revive Your Heart. It's by Noman Ali Khan. I've pretty much almost went through this whole book, and it's a great book. 4 Hour Work Week, great read. At first I was like, I was kind of hesitant. I've always heard of this book. However, once I started reading it, I started understanding it. As someone who's trying to make, things like blogging, photography, and, video as a career, it's something that to really look into, and something that can really expand what you as a person are trying to do, and to make better decisions, and how you can make a living, and you don't have to be the richest person in the world. And then The War of Art. This is probably the book that got me to start doing YouTube again and just take photos and all these different things. And it taught me the difference between professionalism and just being an artist. So reading books has been something that I've been just dabbling with, and I've really enjoyed it. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It's something that I do every night now, and it's something that I'm gonna keep doing. And with books, it enables you to shave the years down that someone else experienced, and a lot of these books have taken years and years and years for the person who wrote it to actually like be developed. It's something that someone through their own experiences took the time and the space and all this different time just to learn and learn and learn and just kind of figure out why and all these different things. I've been reading a lot of different books, and one thing that I like about books over videos, even though you guys are watching a video, is when you watch a video, especially if you're watching a lot of YouTube videos, you'll listen to the video, you know, you'll listen to it in the moment, at the present moment. However, after a while, you just kind of forget it. The good thing about a book is that when you read something and it kind of like blows your mind, like I've had these moments where I read a book and it's just kind of like, whoa, I didn't know that. You remember it. And in a certain situation, that part of the book will apply. And you'll be like, wow, I remember when I read this book, I should probably make this kind of decision, or I should reconsider, or I should think about it. So books make you smarter. It's something that I highly encourage everyone to do. Now, not everybody reads books, you know, there's like, I started reading books a little more once Tai Lopez started really talking about books and reading. However, Gary Vee, he doesn't read any books. So there's a lot of different people who like books, and there's a lot of people who don't like books. A lot of people like audiobooks instead of books. You have to find what works for you. We're all different people, so you have to figure out what works for you. Even for me, I don't read all day long. Like, I read during the night and I read before going to sleep, and it's only like 30 minutes to an hour, but that 30 minutes to an hour is something that just makes a huge difference to not only my day, but you know, my life. So I'm 23 years old. My goal for next year is to read at least a book a month. That's my goal. And throughout this channel, I'm gonna share different books that I'm reading, on books that I've really enjoyed and why you should probably read this book. And yeah, that's it for today. Let me know what kind of books you guys are currently reading, or what kind of books you guys are reading. Let me know if you guys are reading. If you guys are not reading, let me know why you guys are not reading. Maybe I'll make a video on how to start reading. Yeah, like I said, guys, like, reading is amazing. The insights you get from reading a book is a lot different to when you listen to a YouTube video, and it's super beneficial. It just takes time and it takes patience, and it's just like something that you have to build as a habit. So yeah, guys, thanks for watching again. If you guys enjoyed it, please actually let me know if there's any books you guys recommend down in the comments down below, and from there we can talk. All right, guys, thanks again. Peace.